Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome to another day of the Agile Scrum. We are very close towards the completion of BA part as well. Mostly by next week, we will do that. So let me share the quick guideline for you all, and then we'll continue with our technical session. So the guideline will be just as a reminder for all of us. And here I'm sharing that. I believe my screen is visible. Yeah. So the very first one, as I keep saying that, because we are practicing Agile and Agile is full of ceremonies and that demands you to show up live. So be on time, remain punctual, and remain highly committed. In case you are not habituated of this and not practitioner, consider this training itself as a project and continue to follow these practices. Why? Because once you become habituated of this, it will be quite easy for you to replicate this habit once you get placed. And this is also said that how you do anything is how you do everything. And because you chose to learn despite your vast experience, you become the student. And we want you to be the full stack student instead of just student. Full stack student who does all the assignment, do self-research and repeat what they learn. And while you do so, it's quite easy for you to finish what you start and hit the success. But when you don't, you hit back the failure. So we want you to take the full responsibility of both the elements. Why of failure? Failure because when you embrace it, you acknowledge it, you accept it, and thereby you go back and correct it. And then you realize that failure was not the failure that became trail to the success. So kindly remember to take the full responsibility of both the elements. But to do so, it really requires a concrete mindset. The very first one is inspired from the Kaizen that says the continuous improvement. And that can only happen when you inculcate the learning mindset. More learning minded you will become, you will grow more positively, more positive minded you will become. You will find yourself growing more complaint free in a way that you can manage any project even in a stringent timeline, and that too with lack of resources possible. If you can do so, you will find yourself loading in more gratitude in a way that you will attract the highest level of productivity. And while you do so, remember to start your day with the increased level of receptivity. And the very first one starts with the 30 days challenge. This is just a recommendation, not the mandate. What is 30 days challenge? I have already spoken about it in our day one. So try to listen to the day one's recording. And second, because we are taking a deep dive towards the deep learning, remember to follow the golden quadrant of learning that has the ability to make you a pro in any subject that you are feeling like learning it. Only the thing is that you need to follow this framework thrice with the learning of 20 minutes minimum with the break of 2 to 5 minutes. Okay, once you follow that, repeat one subject, there is possibility you may become an expert in that subject, provided you follow it thrice. So what is framework? Framework comes with the 4 steps. The very first one is declaration with anchor, then take a deep dive to deep learning, then draw it after 24 hours using pen and paper, and then summarize it back in a less than 3 minutes of video or minimum 90 seconds of video in a way that even 5 years old can understand. Third and fourth part, you do it after going from here, and first and second part, we do it over here. So what is declaration with anchor? I have already detailed it out, the science behind it, in day one's recording. Go ahead and refer to that in case you are here for the first time. Otherwise, let's do ahead with the declaration with the anchor. So what will be the anchor? So what I'll do, I'll just put the anchor. Anchor is nothing but it's a self hi-fi or the clap that you heard on your speaker. So I'll just count 1, 2, 3 and clap. You are going to model this after me, and then I'll read the selected statement on your screen. Can you all see that selected statement on the screen, everyone? Just unmute yourself and say yes if it is visible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just follow me and let's do it. So 1, 2, 3 and clap and repeat. I'm a quick learner.
I'm
I'm a quick learner.
what others can learn and master,
What others can learn and
learn and
master.
master.
I too can do that.
I too can do that.
One more time with the next selected statement with the anchoring. 1, 2, 3, and clap and repeat because I'm an awesome learner.
Because I'm an
Because I'm
awesome
an awesome
learner.
learner.
Today's learning is going to be
Today's
Today's
learning
learning
is
is
going to
going to
be
be
super duper easy to me.
super
super
duper
duper
easy
easy
to
to
me.
me.
Yes, it is going to be because you said so. And in case few of you found it little bit, difficult, not so difficult, but awkward to do so, remember the sixth code of honor that says that on this path of learning, be the giver. Giver means that keeping ego away on the path of learning that makes you more spiritually grounded on the path of growth. Spiritually grounded means your happiness level increases, and happiness is today's new productivity. That's the demand of the corporate. And you are here not just for the learning, but of course based on the learning you will get placed and start earning, but not you are thinking of earning but also make more out of it. And it is said that what you want more of, you must start giving away the portion of. And so how you can do that? So you can do that by doing the charity work, like giving away 5% of 10% of your earning towards the mankind improvement. And in case you are not earning, can you have the intention of doing so once you get placed, that you can give away 5% of 10% of your earning, um, in the causes wherever you believe in. Why to give? Because when you give, you grow. When you receive, you may survive. And I'm sure that you are not here just for the survival, but for the growth as well. So just don't give away for the sake of growth, but also to inspire others in your surrounding. And while you do so, remember to appreciate what you do, what others do for you. And even it doesn't seem like it is helping you out in a big way initially, continue to do so, because that is another ultimate spiritual universal law that says that what you appreciate appreciates you back. And with this note, these are the six quick code of honor that we are going to abide by. But days how we are going to abide by is starting with Sunday. Every Sunday technical session we will have 10 p.m. EST technical session. Monday we will be meeting back for the another technical session next day at same time 10 p.m. Tuesday, you must attend the RRP session, that is the reference ready resume preparation. The whole idea behind that enhances visibility, credibility, and your marketability. And Wednesday, you can do the assignment from the learning of Sunday, be it said or unsaid assignment. What is said assignment and unsaid assignment? I've already spoken about it in the day once recording. Please refer to that, and that is available in the WhatsApp group description as well. Thursday, we are going to meet, you need to attend RRP session one more time, even though it may sound it is repetitive. Please do so. I want you to repeat. I want you to feel like you are getting repeated. It may sound boring initially, but until you get place, you need to practice it. You need to repeat it. Because it enhances your visibility, credibility, and marketability. In fact, when you return back after any project and you go back without any assignment, remember to repeat it again. Friday, Friday you can do the assignment from the learning of Monday. And Saturday you can choose to either relax, have breather day, or do the research work, or repeat whatever you have learned referring to the recording, or prepare any question that you want to answer on the next technical session, that is on Sunday. So this is how we are going to remain connected throughout the week. Few element of your contribution, few of ours, and few are of along with recordings. So are we good to follow this? Say yes if you are okay with this, everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. So let's continue. So before we begin, let me quickly ask anyone here for the first time. This is your day one. You are attending us live. Anyone here? One. This is your day one. You are attending for the first time live. No. Second, two, and three. None of you are here for the first time. You have attended it earlier as well. Before we begin, a quick
Excuse me, sorry. I'm here for the first time. My name is Smita Bijur. I just attending for the first
yeah,
time.
Smita, could you quickly introduce yourself, from where you are connecting, your educational background, as well as any work experience, any sort of, if you have or not. Over to you, Smita.
Yes. My name is Smita Bijur, and I'm from New Jersey. And I've been working in Walmart for last 20 years. as uh, uh, as a department manager, then as a sales associate. So I've been with Walmart.
Okay, and your educational background, you said, but
Yeah, I have done my master's in management.
okay, from US itself.
No, I've done it from India.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Smita. Welcome to Guru Schools and welcome to this track, Be Agile Scrum.
Thank
So
you.
yeah, very soon. If it may not sound that if you have not practiced the code of honor and the four framework, today's may sound little not so easy for you. And even if you it doesn't sound any easy, remember the next week it is going to be super easy because things will be moving towards the new batch start. Not exactly on the next week, but uh, from the next week onwards. Okay. Having said so, let me quickly tell you as an announcement to all of you, we don't have session on next Sunday, Monday. That is on 5th and 6th of May. We will be directly meeting on 12th and 13th of May. Is it clear to everyone? Next weekend, we don't have session. Next Sunday, Monday, we are not meeting. We are meeting directly post that, after that, on 12th and 13th. Is it clear, everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. So, yeah, let's continue with the topic where we had left off. You remember?
Excuse me, Gaurav, I have a question.
Yeah, kind of.
So is the following week, is that the last lecture we
No, no, I didn't say that.
have? Okay.
We are moving towards, so this is the 7th week, okay, of Agile BS Scrum ongoing batch. Next week we'll have the final week, that will be the 8th week. So mostly we will be wrapping up with the business analysis stuff, but after that, and whatever will come in this 8th week, uh, whatever will be coming after the 8th week, then what exactly happens? So you will be able to do that. You will be able to understand that, and there will be some sort of assignments given to you that you will be able to do that as well. That will be easy for any newcomers. So that's the reason I said. You got
Okay,
it,
thank you.
Kaina? Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. So I have another question in the Jolly Bandari says that will we get certificate after completing the course? No, you don't get certificate of completion after completing the course because there are certain criteria. If you remember, many of you have signed the NDC, that is non-disclosure consent or something that like that. So in that it is mentioned that your assignments will be checked, said or unsaid, that you are bound to complete that. That is expectation from you. Why? Because you're not here for the training. Your whole objective is to get placed, and towards getting placed, your 75% attendance is needed, your assignment completion is needed, and then your placement is needed. So your placement happens, and the moment you are going to get placed through Guru School, that is the time Guru Schools provide you certification. Is it clear to everyone? When you get the certification, at what point?
Yes.
Towards your placement, you are going to get your certification. Why you don't get early? Because many of you, many of people in the past have joined with different intent. They only wanted the certificate and they wanted to just disappear. So Guru School worked back and traced back and then realized this is the framework they are going to abide by, because ultimately towards your employer, Guru School is responsible for your placement. So this is how it functions. All right. Thank you so much. So let's continue with the topic. You remember what was the topic we left with yesterday? Yeah, yes, no? Okay. So the topic was that.
Documents and templates.
Yes, exactly. So the topic was we were referring to the various business analysis models, as well as we touch base the topic of the documentation that is needed. With this note, what I am going to do is that one model which nowadays BAs and in the different industry people are using, that I'm going to introduce, and then we'll continue with the documentation and template part. Okay, so you have learned the various models available that is used by business analyst. But there is one more model to which we call it as a visual thinking model. What we call it as?
Visual thinking model.
Visual thinking model.
So what idea you get by mere listening to the visual thinking? What comes in your mind when you listen to this word, visual thinking? Yeah. Any guesses? And as I say, you need not to be right, but definitely I want you to be a thought processor. I mean, you need to be a thinker. So that's the reason I ask you. Okay. So it says that this is a conversion to design. Every communication needs to be designed, and this is a leap towards visual thinking. This is the visual thinking. So what do we mean by visual thinking? What we would be doing in this visual thinking? That I want you to think of and tell me back that what do you think that in visual thinking, what kind of a design it would be? Mhm. Can is it okay if you can go give me a wrong answer? At least you need to attempt it.
Visualize your thoughts.
And how would you do that? And how will you design it?
Just making images of your thoughts. Whatever come to your mind,
Or
make.
That's a great guess, Sonia. I must appreciate and applaud you for that. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. As you said that, just start designing what you are thinking, and that is called as visual thinking, because you are visualizing your thoughts, bringing back towards the paper. And I keep on doing that. How do I do that? So every time I open this, okay, every time I open this, have you seen me opening this kind of whiteboard and do some activity while I am speaking? Yeah, yes, no?
yes.
Yeah. So this is today's most used, most recommended way for visual thinking design. So this has been the way that things are functioning today, and most admired and most recommended. So these are the various way. And what exactly happen in visual thinking model is that whatever you are thinking, at the same time you are designing that over the board, over the whiteboard, or over the wherever you find the designer table and all, you continue to do that activity is called as this visual thinking. So with this note, we also touch based the topic that was documentation, template, and understanding, and we learned about the various documents that will be available that business analyst should know. Okay, so that topic we touched. And post that, now look at the very first document that you need to know about, and that is which document? The very first one. What is that? The name of the document, everyone?
Project vision.
Project vision document.
Yeah. So this is called as project vision document. So this document you need not to create first, but definitely product owner, you as a business analyst need not to create, but definitely product owner may ask your help for that. What happens in project vision document? So in few things goes like introduction of the application that you are going to design, or your team is going to develop the software, and who all will be using that software, that description will go, who all are the connected stakeholders, including the vendors, clients, sponsors, what is the overview, and what all features it brings, and product requirement little at higher level it is mentioned over here. Does it have any constraint, limitation, and any assumption? So that you will mention, not necessarily assumption, but definitely any limitation it has. And quality document, what customer might be asking, that product owner already might have grabbed the idea from the customer. Everything will be mentioned in the project vision document. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes.
Yes. As I said, Not necessarily BAs need to design this document, but definitely product owner may ask your help. Okay, there are two methods. Whatever the documents we will be learning over here, there are two type of organization. Okay, one organization who had been creating the legacy, it means that they are into the industry since longer. They themselves have their own developed template, and they will ask you as a business analyst to use it and to fill it and to submit it back. That's number one approach. Number two, the company is just starting up and they don't have any template already, but they have hired you and they simply ask you to design. How would you proceed further? You can choose to design by this way only, or there are tons of documents, templates are available over the internet. You need to just Google it out, search any empty template, download it of the document what company wants you to refer to, and start using that by filling it up. So there are three ways I said. First, company itself is there and they have created its template. They will ask you to fill it up. Second, you know the what key ingredients go inside that, what is the key elements goes inside that. You are aware of that. You go ahead, start filling it up from scratch. And third, if you want to save really time, there are tons of such templates available over the internet today, and you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You can go ahead, download those template and start filling up by customizing it's in your way, by adding few flavor, like in few templates over internet, they might have some suggested logos and all that you would require to remove, some watermark that you would require to remove, and then you continue to continue to fill them up. So the very first document, let's refer that a project vision document. As I said, that these are the key elements that you need to remember to fill as a product owner. Requirement management plan, I think it was discussed already, but remember what all the key elements will be there. So business analysts should provide generally, and should be aware that a requirement management plan comes with the purpose of the plan of the software development, responsibility and assignment, wherein which department will do what kind of work, what all tools and procedures to be used. Tools can be the communication management tool, tools can be ticket management tool, tools can be project management tool can be all different tool that is used for deployment to management tool and software deployment tool and all. So these, whatever will be coming under tools and procedures to be used. Again, here 20% involvement of business analyst would be there, but sometime business analyst would be asked for a favor by product owner and will be asked to fill it completely as well. So you should be aware what will be the key elements inside it. So approach to define the requirement, how you are defining and simplifying the requirement so that it will be more careful. You can apply certain examples inside it. Approach towards requirement traceability, how a requirement will be traced from the requirement document, that you will be telling that which all documents are involved when someone needs to trace this the requirement. So test cases are there and requirement document are there, how things can be mapped, that you need to know, and that you need to teach as a business analyst to other team members as well, what all the workflows are involved and activities are involved, so that you can design further workflow flow diagram as well as activity diagram, like we have learned in the last couple of days how to design a workflow diagram and activity diagram. Any change management that you need to address, change management comes with the change request and how it will follow the flow that you are going to define in the requirement management plan document. Is it clear, everyone? Any question over here? Guys, yes, no? Can I move ahead to the next slide?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. So next comes is very important. So remember, whatever I'm telling you, old method is that produce a document even if it is use case. So we used to create in the ancient time. When I say ancient time, means some decades ago, we used to create those documents. Now things have moved towards the ticketing. Okay, everything has become ticket. When I say ticket, if you remember, I used to tell the larger requirement broken down into the smaller pieces. And when I say smaller pieces, there are two methods to create. Either you chunk them down in the smaller ticket. When I say ticket, it could be your epic, it could be your user story, it could be your feature, it could be your task, it could be your subtask, it could be your activities, and everything will go inside the project management tool like Jira or Azure DevOps or Asana, whatever you are using. And that could be one-liner, very consumable and biteable, biteable approach will be there, and biteable presence of those functionality will be there, and it is elaborated with functional diagram and some details of it and some steps in it. Everything will be uh, everything will be jotted down inside the ticket. When I'm saying ticket, so everything in the project management tool will be referred as ticket. When it is a large requirement written down, or it is a broken down the product backlog, that we refer it as epic, or it is further features or user story, everything will be referred as ticket or candidate. With me so far, everyone? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Any doubt, questions so far, whatever I'm speaking?
So,
Or
Gaurav, what is normal flow and alternative flows? What is this?
okay, you are learning to this. So wait a second. So I was explaining something else,
Okay.
that how things will be not just a document, will be tickets. So far you are clear over here, Sonia? Whatever I said, everything
Yeah.
will be called as ticket or candidate. Yeah?
Yes, got
Yeah.
it.
So awesome. So now let's learn about use case. Now, apart from ticket, there will be always a link of the word processing document where you can define them in detail, number one, or you can attach the newly created document. So you have two presence of one reference. Okay, when I say two presence of one reference, means one ticket is there in a smaller version. You have just presented that, and its advanced and explained and expanded version will be there. Either you are attaching the document or you are providing the link of document. In Jira, we have processing word processing element, to which we are calling it as Confluence. What do we call it as?
Confidence.
Confluence. In the past, we have seen the Jira overview, and in Confluence, you create and capture all the details when it comes to documentation, and then you can capture use case documents. Now, what is use case? We need to understand. So, use case is one functionality which will start after certain action and which will get over after certain action. Okay, and one use case is the indication of the functionality which can be completed or which can be performed by various users, to which we call it as actors. Okay, so imagine if you are going to a bank and you happen to view your bank balance. Who all can view that? One, you yourself can view that as a customer. Okay, if some kiosk machine is there you can view that. Yes, no?
Yes.
You can ask your branch manager to look at it. He can do that. Your assistant branch manager can do that. Tailor can do that. Cashier can do that. All these people can do on your behalf as well. So there are multiple actor only for one functionality, to which we may call it as a balance inquiry. Yes, no?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So for one functionality, there could be multiple actor. You define its description, what exactly functionality you are talking about. Then trigger. Trigger means entry criteria. Entry criteria when this functionality will start. Say, for example, let's take the same example of balance inquiry. Balance inquiry will only get triggered when you will click on the balance inquiry button. Okay, that's number one. Means if you are at the kiosk, kiosk will give you multiple option. It may ask you, say for example, kiosk can be the cash dispensing machine or cash deposit machine. Okay, and either ATM for cash withdrawal or cash deposit machine for depositing. So that will also present you multiple option. Balance inquiry, change the PIN, or cash withdrawal or cash deposit or whatever, if it is 1 unit, right? With me, you are able to visualize whatever I am saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, no. So now you are given multiple option to perform, but every item will get only trigger after certain step is taken. For balance inquiry, if nothing is there on the list, cash withdrawal, cash deposit, and change the PIN and all, and there is another option, other menu. Even it will not happen in the other menu immediately, and inside other menu there is a bank statement, there is print your statement, check your last 5 transactions, and then there is a balance inquiry button. When you click onto that, it will trigger the balance inquiry approach. So you will mention in that trigger, when it gets triggered, the moment balance inquiry button gets pressed, okay, then only balance inquiry will get triggered. With me so far, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And because it has multiple options, then only you could visualize that. What is the precondition? Precondition is that customer or the user or the actor has already pressed the other option button. Until unless other option button is not pressed, this balance inquiry button will not be visible. Got it? Yeah. So that is precondition number one. Before that, customer is already operating the kiosk, that is the cash deposit or cash or ATM machine, whatever it would be. So what is the normal flow? Normal flow is that you just simply press balance inquiry and you are presented with the balance inquiry. That's number one. What is the alternative flow? Alternative flow is that there is another button, connect to the nearest tailor. Just visualize. And the moment you connect with the nearest tailor, you are given one virtual token. Okay. So it doesn't happen on regular basis. You are inside the bank, I'm assuming, and there is alternative flow, and you are given some token number and you are connected with the virtual tailor, and your action may get stopped at the kiosk, and then you need to sit back and wait for your token number to be announced. And the moment your token number gets announced, you walk down towards that tailor or the counter, and then tailor asks you certain question, and when you say the balance inquiry, then he gives you the answer, and there you can perform multiple activities as well. So this could be the alternative flows that balance inquiry will get triggered when you connect with the nearest counter. Okay. So there could be the multiple ways. Now I will share you one more way that will help you to understand what do we mean by alternative flow. So you know that whenever we create a document like this PowerPoint document, okay, this is the PowerPoint document. What do we do that when we create a document, in any kind of document, what do we do next so that it does not get destroyed? What should we be doing?
Saving it.
Saving it. But do you know there are multiple ways to save a document? Are you aware of that? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes,
Backup.
there are saving it. So initially, whenever you are creating a document, of course, you are going to save it. First, you go back, click on file button, and then you click on the save. That is one method. This is the one normal flow. What is the alternative flow? You are not pressing anywhere, and you know you have got the shortcut, Control S. The moment you click on Control S, it gets saved. That is the alternative flow. Alternative flow number 2. What is the alternative flow number 3? You go ahead, not just save, you also click on save as, and you browse and locate it, your own location where you want to save. So for one functionality, there could be the 3 or 4 methods. With me so far? And all those methods will go inside the alternative flow. Yes? You're
Okay.
getting, guys? What I'm
Yes.
saying? Yeah.
Yes.
So that will go in the alternative flow for this, what do you call, use case. Now, is there any exception? This will not work in certain condition. If you are aware of that, then you need to mention that. So say, for example, the exception is that this will not work. Control S will not work if it has already some overlay on it. Say, for example, I'm clicking on file and open. Okay, and I have clicked on browse button. Now I'm trying to press Control S. It will not work. Okay, I'm pressing Control S. It will not work. So that is the exception. Control S will not work when it has exception. Control S will not work when any another menu is triggered. Okay, any another functionality is triggered. So all those exception will be written. Spatial requirement. Anything special related to that use case you want to mention, you will be mentioning that. And anything that you are assuming related to that. Say, for example, just cash withdrawal cannot happen on Tuesday and Thursday by any circumstances from the bank, but it can happen from the ATMs. So this is a normal assumption. So because we have heard about that, and if it is correct or incorrect, customer will confirm that. With me so far, everyone? Yeah? No?
Yes.
Yes.
Anything related to that use case, you want to give it a note. And anything if you found that it is always an issue. Say, for example, when you go for balance inquiry, so the known issue is that for you, say, for example, it asks uh, it asks account number uh, twice, and it asks for the PIN of your card twice. So that could be the known issues. Okay, you are not willing to give for it. So that could be. So this is just randomly I thought of and shared with you. So this will go inside use case that you might require to develop. So once you get placed, company may ask you, okay, you will have to develop the use case, and for that you need to know the requirement in and out. Then only you can develop it. To know the requirement in and out, you need to get all the data and information from the customer. Okay, now comes the user story. Okay, you have known already in the past when you develop the assignment that how you define the user story, and every user story will also have the acceptance criteria, and there is a method to write that. BRD is the business requirement document that we have tried giving you detail earlier, but still we will open the business requirement document and other document, how it may look like, so that it will be easy for you to understand. Let's move to the requirement traceability matrix. So these requirement traceability matrix is also not designed by you, but you must review this. You must do what, everyone?
Review it.
Yeah, you need to review this. So testers generally prepare, and they may take help of you, but in some organization they expect you to prepare that. So every requirement traceability matrix will have the requirement ID that is mentioned in the requirement document, and its description and what exactly the functional requirement it has, status, whether it is to be developed, in progress, or it is already completed, that you will be fulfilling that. It's any link or connection is there in a technical document or architectural document or design document or inside technical specific document, and what software module it is referring to. And these all details are mentioned in which test case number generally testers are fulfilling that. And in any environment, it has been tested like dev or dev development environment or local environment of developer, they will be mentioning, or in case it is tested in testing environment, they will be mentioning that as well. So this document will be developed by testers, but you need to go through that, review that, so that you can check that there is not any uncertain things or incorrect information is given or any information is missing into that. Then comes this functional requirement specification and functional requirement document, or which we call it as FSD. I want to invite someone to read this paragraph for me, please, this bullet for me. Yeah, please unmute and read it.
In a B, the functional requirement specification of functional specification document. In a BRD, the requirements are high level, but in an FRS and FSG, they are written in many more details to capture each and every aspect of a requirement. Thus, a functional specification document becomes a more technical, accurate, and descriptive requirement document. Owing to their technical nature, FRS and FSG are equally used by developers, testers, and the business stakeholders of a project.
Yeah, thank you so much for reading this out. So all requirement specification document, FRS or FSD, will be developed by business analyst. But remember, again, when it used to be decades ago, these used to be the document. Still, you will be referring to these document when customer gives it to you, because it may happen that why customer may give you only in such cases when these documents are software is getting migrated and customer has its old file available with them, they can give it to you for reference. Now what is happening? So earlier few years ago, these documents used to get developed by business analysts. Now, as I say, everything is taking a shape of ticket. So from FRS also, in fact, not FRS being developed. So all the requirement gets taking a shape of user story. Your entire FRS and FSD is broken down into those tickets itself. And in case you happen to develop by any chance, 1 or 2 page of it, you develop and give back to the customer. What if customer does not give any response to you on that? What will you do? Say, for example, imagine a situation where you are asked to develop a requirement document. Now you see that in business requirement document, it will have the lesser detail, but in functional requirement document, you go ahead with all the deeper detail. You mentioned that you have created FSD document. Just I'm asking this question, but nowadays you don't need to. But in case at all you have developed, and then after that you have to start the actual work. What if you have given customer, that customer will turn back and they will give their approval or sign off on these documents? What will you do if you have not received sign off in a certain time? The question is to all of you. And I believe everyone is awake and listening to me, not just Sonia.
Project manager.
Talk to project manager. That's what you said, Sonia?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And even if you spoke with project manager and say, because we are in agile world, so project manager won't be there for sure. Okay. Because this is product owner will be there. Okay. So how will you do? I mean, you are interacting with customer, you have sent back the document to customer, customer has to give the sign off, and then work has to be started. How will you move further? Because there is a timeline that on this particular date, the work has to be commenced and customer is not giving answer to you. What you should do?
And do we need a sign, or we can start as a self-organizing team? Can we start on our own? Can we take action?
Without signing off the document. That's what you're saying, Sonia.
Yeah, I'm saying, do we really need a sign? Signatures?
We need to
No,
follow up
we
with
don't need
stakeholders.
we don't need a physical sign in the documents, but I mean, I'm asking customer, in some scenario, what happens in earlier ancient ages, they used to literally sign the document and scan it and send it back to us. Okay. But that part is over now. Now customer has to just inform you, okay, you can start your work. This is a sign off from us over email and all. But what if customer did not revert you related to sign off?
We'll use
Well-
the digital signs.
Can you repeat, Sonia, what you said?
We will use their digital signs.
No, we can't use that. That will be unethical and illegal. We can't use their sign.
Gaurav, if I may, so
Yeah,
yeah.
Maipal, everyone.
So usually when business analyst is with the customer and discussing the requirement, I hope and assume that there has to be a record of that discussion, that what he exactly wants and all these things. So we can refer to that recording, and on the basis of we can just consider that it has been said by the customer, and then we should proceed accordingly.
No, we cannot assume. Of course, we will have the recording as a reference. What if we have not recorded? Say, for example, we have not recorded. We have not voice recording, audio recording, or video recording. We have only, recording through pen and paper. We have whatever customer has spoken, we have recorded in the paper or notepad or a Word document or in Confluence. But we don't have recording of that. Means audio
Yeah,
video.
but I also have, on the contrary to the situation, I have a question that our goal in the Agile is to reduce the documentation and all this. So, this is on the contrary, we need a signature. So maybe there is
We don't need signature. We don't need signature,
approval.
right?
Yeah, approval.
Yeah.
So now maybe there is a little bit of formality of official approval, and then we don't need too much documentation. So there is a little bit of documentation required maybe. So I don't know exactly, but this is my opinion.
So you are saying, Maipal, that we need some little documentation, and then what exactly your answer is? I'm trying to just connect with that.
Yeah, because I'm not saying that literally we don't need it.
My question is that, say for example, tomorrow is 18th. Tomorrow is 1st May. Our project has to be started from 1st May. Developer has to start beginning. Now you are following up from 20th May to customer or 18th May to the customer. Customer, you send back, okay, this is the document we have developed. Please give us sign off so that we can start our date. So now on 18th, customer has not reverted. What should you do?
We'll increase the timeline.
Well, the project will
Delay the
get delayed.
You will decide by your own self to increase the timeline.
No, I don't think so. We should do that, but ultimately we need to. I mean, there has to be a hierarchy, or maybe if someone is not available, we can go to the stakeholder or like some other authority where we can just get the idea.
Tell me, will you do anything on 19th? 18th, you have sent out email. Customer has not reverted you on 19th. In the evening, 5 p.m., you have sent out email. Customer has not reverted to you up to morning. In the morning, will you do anything?
Gaurav, this is
Call a meeting.
Will escalate?
No. Call a meeting.
No, you have sent out at 5 p.m. In the morning, 10 p.m., 10 a.m., you are going to call a meeting. That's what you're saying.
I mean, maybe like 2 to 3 days we can consider as like he's busy, he's out of station, or maybe some emergency.
Okay.
So you can just
Yes.
take 2-3 days as like let's focus on the work, and within 2-3 days, if he's not responding, then we may call a meeting, or we can take some actions against
Okay.
the
So
situation.
considering your part, Maipal, say it's Friday, it's weekend. Okay, customer will not respond. Again, you said that customer might be busy into 2-3 days, and now time is ticking on 24th. Okay, it's more than 24 hours. Now you have not received any response in the morning. What you should do? And this question is to everyone.
We will escalate.
What do you mean by escalate, GB?
Reach out.
Project.
No, I could not hear. Could you repeat?
We will reach out to their leadership. People.
Okay, reach out to their leadership, their PMO or CMO, whatever. So you will, how will you reach out to them?
By email to
by
copy our
email.
leadership
So,
people and their
okay.
leadership people too.
So you will not send them any reminder because just on 19th you have sent out email. You are expecting a response on 23rd. You have not received. Will you not send any reminder to them?
Yes, in
Of
first place
course.
we should do that. Yes.
Yeah. So first you will send the reminder. So remember, these are the processes. So you should not mistake in the real world. Okay. You send a reminder first. Okay. Customer does not turn up in 24 hours. Okay. You
Yeah.
will send another reminder. Okay.
Yeah.
Customer does not turn up again in the next 24 hours. You will send another reminder and escalation by the evening. Okay. If in the morning there is no turn up, you may escalate and saying that, okay, we are waiting for that. Can we go ahead and start our work? Customer has not yet reverted, and there is no hope that they will revert you back. This is now the time, first May, what you should be doing. There is no
Is-
response. So
Is that something like 24 hours, then 48 hours, then that's how it's going?
now you are asking me or you're telling me?
No, I'm asking you, like, first we
What you are?
will send a reminder to within 24 hours. Then again, we will send another reminder and within 48 hours. Is that you mean, right?
Yeah, so minimum 3 reminder we give to anyone that as a human. So,
Okay. Okay.
so we give that reminder, and if you want, you can escalate if necessary. But Mahipal said that the whole idea is to remove the documentation, minimize the documentation. Customer has not given a sign off. You are on 1st May morning. What you should be doing in your office as per plan? Now give me the answer.
Gaurav, I just want to add here to the question
Yeah.
that though it's an interesting question, but trust me, customer not giving sign off on the requirements is actually the onus is on customer, because in future, going forward, if there is any delay, then that actually goes to the customer.
Yeah.
Because unless they confirm on the requirements that they want, that's why we are checking with them, right? So if they do not approve it, they do not give a go ahead or go a no go to it, it is like practical joke on them. So generally, though I assume there are times that delays happen because sometimes the respective people who are supposed to give sign off, or and by the way, guys, it is a sign off. Now I heard a lot of times saying signature, and Gaurav was repeating it's an approval. So sign off means the person that is the point of contact or the senior people whose approval you want, they just kind of have a digital signature on their particular document. So just on rationally and practical grounds, always assume that customer will be the first one eagerly to review and give their updates. Generally the delay happens from the organization side because we might take time to prepare and represent the document, but generally customers, because they're paying us on the day-to-day work and the budget is there, trust me, they are the first one to approve or disapprove or take any action. So yes, sometimes we have to give the or send the reminders, but generally it is not the case. Yeah, Gaurav.
Yeah. So there is a myth I want to burst. Thank you so much, Prerna, for adding. So myth is that we need the sign off. Okay, that's the myth. Okay. Yes. Why? Because what happens before you prepare the document, there are the multiple discussion happen in the ancient time, the era of documentation. Agile is the way where we have to minimize the document. Listen it very carefully, everyone. When customer is delaying, you have communicated, escalation is done, customer has not come back, it means that you will be going as per the plan. There is no change in the plan, and your last mail will be 24 hours ago or 48 hours ago, or this can be the clause in the email itself. In case we don't hear anything from you, we'll be continuing as per the plan. Okay. And what will happen? You don't have sign off on 1st May. You are going to go ahead as per the plan. You will start your work. You're not going to wait for any digital signature or any revert, because this is the this is the meaning behind the agile, that all the dependency has to be removed and rooted out. Okay, so you will be going ahead. The clause is very well stated further, that in case any delay from customer end, customer has to bone any expenses or whatever the charges will be there. Customer cannot come back. Okay, we forgot that, because so many of follow-up has gone. You have shown the real what you call genuineness, that you are interested in customers upliftment, and that's the reason you are following up. But trust me, in today's world, the physical sign off is not needed, and customer can't come back, and they can just simply say over the phone, hey, I know that you are following up, please go ahead and start the work. But you don't have in the writing. But agile does not support that everything has to be there in writing from the customer, and until unless it is not there, you cannot start off. So you have communicated from your end. From your end, what part you can do that, complete it, and continue. Are you getting this, guys? Understanding it? Connecting it? Yes. So be very much clear when it comes to this stage. Okay? You go ahead with as per the plan. Then comes this system requirement document. I want someone to read this bullet point for me. Please go ahead, unmute yourself. Any new person?
A detailed document containing information about how the complete system has to function and enumerates hardware, software, functional, and behavioral requirements of the system. This document elaborates on the requirements from the perspective of observational behavior only and does not consider technical or design bias.
Yeah, so as it says that your system requirement document, it should not be means technical bias, but it really talks about more in technicality when it comes to how the complete system has to function. That will be captured in the system requirement document. That will also lead to the some technical document, that to which we call it as TRD as well. So with this note, here is the test case document. So it will be developed by testers, where these few key elements will be there. Any questions so far, guys?
No. Good.
No? If no question, what I'm going to do is that I'll be sharing some of the document over your WhatsApp group itself for your reference, so that whenever it is needed, you can go ahead and take a reference of it, and whenever needed, you can go ahead and utilize it. Will that be all right for you to start with? I mean, if you want any reference, will this be all right for you all?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. So I'll be doing that. And let me quickly show you that I have not shared with you earlier. That is the BRD document, that how it may look like. So let me bring that if I have that. Okay, I'm still trying to see if I have those document. Okay, I think I'm just looking for it. Just allow me some time. Okay, yeah, I will have, I guess. Yeah. I'm opening that. Okay, I'll see that I have some template, and I'll share that with you, because I don't see here. I can see. Yeah, I have one document to which I call it as a BRD that I have not shared. So I'm going to share in the screen. So that I just wanted you all to know. All right, what is happening. Yeah. So what you see here is the format of business requirement document, where it goes with project detail, who is creating that, document number, date, and version number. Always start with 0.01. Then summary snapshot of the project description will go inside it. Then scope, what is in scope, what is out of scope, that will become the part of, and what you are assuming and what you are including and excluding, that will go inside it. Then business driver one means who will from which department will drive what. So why your business is initiating the project, why are you undertaking the project, these all will go under various drivers. Then present process, what is the present process, so you can depict it as a diagram. Then proposed process, any changes you are bringing, functional requirement, you will be briefing. And the priority is very important. That is what priority it is into: immediate, high, moderate, low, or prospective. And then categories, so you can read it out in what category you want to put inside. Then non-functional requirement, if any, if you have spoken about, and any references you are taking or any glossary that you will be using as a abbreviation or something like that. And then at last there will be appendix that will include any additional information that you want to include inside, and disclaimer if you want to give. So that will be the format of disclaimer. I will identify the various template, or you can develop by your own self. Generally, it goes with the company's logo also, with the partnership company and vendors logo. It goes hand in hand in the same document. Any questions so far, guys? Yes, no? Yeah?
No.
No. All right. Let's move further to the next one. Okay. And let me open the document.
Yeah, Gaurav, let me know when to continue.
Yeah. So from the next slide, I believe that you can continue. I'm just bringing that. So yeah, here we come with the various, what you call, we have now various domains explanation. Would you like to take it, Prerna?
Gaurav, I can't see the screen.
Okay, I'm not sharing that. I'm just sharing it. So I just wanted to know if you want to take it. We have the domain explanation coming up now.
Okay,
Want
okay,
to,
that you can continue. That you can continue. Yeah.
so you want to take ahead your HRMS if you want.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that.
So you
HRMS
continue
I
with
can do.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So should I
as
stop
we
screen share? Stop screen share,
it's
should I?
okay. This screen is fine. No worries. If there's something to look at, it's absolutely fine. So, guys, you know what? We keep talking about the domains, the domain knowledge, and the understanding of which field you're working in. So, here in Guru Schools, we give you, decent examples of plenty of domains, starting with banking, healthcare, HRMS, and many more, which comes, in the course of discussion. Like you must have always seen Gaurav giving different angles of banking examples, me myself giving different examples on the commercial or online websites, right? So basically, these are in itself particular domains which we need to understand. And though there will be substantial training and documents and process documents provided to you when you will join an organization, will join a particular team, but still we additionally provide you some information about the domains. So HRMS stands for Human Resource Management Systems, okay? And most of you who have worked or who are working or who have at least known the HR activities from any organization, you will have a fair or some idea about what this system or what this domain does, okay? So I will actually ask you an open-ended question to all of you. What do you think are activities of any HR in a particular organization? HR, that is human resource. So as per your knowledge and your understanding, what do you think are the activities of any HR?
Hiring,
Hiring
policy
people.
making,
Sorry. Yes, absolutely. That's an
policy
important
making,
one. Sorry, I can't hear you.
policy making,
Okay.
Training.
training,
Train.
induction, orientation,
Payroll
Mm-hmm.
management.
Okay. Very well. And these are all right, okay, absolutely. But there are a lot more to it, though we will discuss some of the important ones, but I would like to know your understanding. Anything else? Anybody's friend is an HR, or anybody got some opportunity to look at the HR work closely? Yeah, anybody wants to add anything? Yes, no? Okay.
Administration.
Sorry, certification. We said
Administration.
administration to an extent, yeah, but not completely.
Learning
but
and
yeah.
development.
Sorry, which development? I don't know. Your voice was echoing.
Learning and development.
Learning and development. Okay, okay. Now these are honestly speaking domain in there itself, but still, yeah, some of it definitely comes under HR. Yes. Okay.
Maintaining the employee and employer relationship.
Sorry, first
Compensation, compensation
employer
and benefits.
relationship. One second. Employer-employee relationship. What is the first word in this?
Maintaining that relationship.
Maintaining. Okay, okay, yes. The next one
Workplace
somebody said.
safety. Workplace safety.
Okay, yes. Next,
Yeah.
someone actually said something.
Compensation and benefit.
Yes,
benefits and
yes.
payroll.
Actually, I was waiting for this. I'm wondering, everybody said everything, but nobody said compensation, annual review, annual, hike, or annual, appraisals and bonuses. So trust me, you have kind of covered most of it. But apart from that, attendance, attendance is also attendance and, your leave management system. That is also one of the important aspect. So I'll tell you what happens nowadays. Nowadays, all these activities that we are mentioning, those in itself have different portals in particular organization. Like around 11, not 11. Around 12 years back, when I was working with an HR team very closely on this particular application, I remember we tried to club everything in our application, HRMS. But nowadays, as I've switched organizations and working for so many years, I've realized that things have evolved. Like, for example, for learning and management, yes, there's a different portal. Like, there is a different system, different login, different password, and there is a different website or URL for that is learning and training, that goes into that. Then for your leave management, there is a different portal. You have to go to that and apply for leaves, check your leaves, how many total leaves you have. If your team members leave, you can even see that, or if somebody else is on leave on that particular time. Then even for your incentive package and salary, there would be additional different portal. So now what has happened, these portals have been diversified or separated, but trust me, this is all mostly comes under HR. Okay. Even for attendance, I remember in one of the banks, they used to have a portal. Guys, give me a second. Yeah, thank you for waiting. So basically what happens, so all these activities, all these functions are under HR. So, you know what? The coverage of HRMS is quite huge depending on organizations. Okay. In some of the organizations, you'll have one portal for HRMS and all the additional portals that we spoke about, at payment, attendance, learning and management, or even your annual appraisal system, they will have internal links to it. Or else you'll have a big portal wherein even including HRMS, you can have other these I know functionalities as links or as options provided. So basically what happens in the HRMS portal is there is definitely some admin work. Like for example, nowadays we work in a hybrid model, right? So 80% attendance, 60 to 80% attendance has become mandatory. So how that is managed? So that is managed on your logged in. So you have to come to the office. So your login or stamp in stamp out time would be kind of logged into the system. So sometimes you can see in some of the organization, in some you cannot see, you can only see the day you are in office. Okay, so that's one of the attendance, by the way, is one of the major concern about overall HR functionality. Along with that, so now I'm going with daily activity. Okay, hiring is yes, definitely. Along with hiring, there is one more typical activity that happens in bigger organization, that is called IJP, that is internal job posting. So within organization, you will have different job openings coming in, maybe in different locations, different countries, in different skill set. So that kind of activities are also handled by HR. Along with that, yes, safety and security concepts nowadays, even LGBTQ rights or women's safety, or even there is a lot of concern about mental health, all that things, that also puts a focus on the work give to the HR. Or along with that, that employee welfare or employee fun element. So basically the scope is limitless. Okay, for HR, sometimes even project allotment also to an extent on the higher I would say degree comes to HR. Like for example, if you need to change your project, change your team, or change, that we are talking about IJP. So in that, ultimately last approval or last I would say yes or no, yes or go comes from HR in some of the organizations. So just wanted to give you a brief idea. If tomorrow you're working in any organization and a company comes to you for their HR portal, or they want to have a customized view of their work, so the requirements, the purview, the scope is unlimited, but we have to cater to what they are asking. Like in some of the organizations, learning and management has been separated from HR, and that is taken by learning team, or that is their job. But then incentive packages, definitely hiring. So hiring is, by the way, not an internal activity. It happens outside of the organization, right? So that they might have a different portal, or they can be doing it in a free way, like look at the LinkedIn, or search on the job portals, or calling out the university candidates or freshers. So that is also one of the activities. So here the emphasis is on understanding what all work is being done by HR in a particular organization, which is again differently managed by different organizations. But the basic that we just discussed, and I'm pretty happy that you all are aware of it, most of the functionalities. So yeah, Gaurav, over to you. I just wanted to add to this. Thank you so much.
Prerna, you want to continue with few elements? I think I have shared that with you over I mean chat, and let me share the screen. If you want to continue with that, you
Yeah,
can.
give me
That
give
is
me a second. Yeah.
part of
Yeah.
HRMS only.
Yeah, Gaurav, looks good. Can you please share this?
Yeah, shared already.
Give me a
Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much, Gaurav. Sorry, I had someone at the door. Had to.
You're welcome. No.
So, guys, can you see the process flow diagram here? Is it visible to all? And if you can relate, in yesterday's session only, we were looking at all the diagrams and trying to understand with different symbols and their process. Okay. So let us go in this order. So can someone read out the first box for me at the left in purple? Yeah.
New position
What it
required.
says?
New position
Guys, I'm not sure is it me or your voice is not so clear for everyone? I mean, some of yours. Yeah. Go ahead again, please.
New position required.
Yes, new position required. Okay. So as we were discussing about hiring, right? So hiring being one of the HR's favorite or the most important task. I don't want to sound cliche by saying favorite, but yeah, it is an integral and important task. So how does that happen? Okay. So you want to hire for a new position. So the first decision now, again, if you guys remember, the brown color box is actually a diamond shape, we call it. And whenever there is a decision making needs to be done, this diamond shape is utilized. Okay, so whenever you see any diagram and you see diamond shape, diamond shape as in it looks like I mean, not actual diamond, but yes, it's called as a diamond shape. And then you have to make a decision. So what decision is there? So you have to, like, we just mentioned some time back, we can go for IJP, that is internal job posting, and internally we can hire someone from our organization. So the question is recruit new person. So if we say no, then move current employee to the new position. That means internally look for the employee. Or if I say yes, then consider job analysis and job description. So if I say no, then the job will go to internal IJP portal, like IJP, internal job portal, and you will search for the person, internally. And then there will be induction process and get induction process and set goals and performance. No, that will be for again internal employees. So it's like you're not going outside of the company to find someone. And then if you can see the first arrow that is going from recruit new person, no. So internally you're hiring a person. Induction process means, by the way, it's not mentioned, but you also have a interview, proper in detail interview. And then if the interview is done, it's positive, you hire that person for that role and the induction happens. And then set goals and performance expectations. So you share what are the expectations from this role, what are the goals in this role, or as this teams or project goals. So you share with them. And then ultimately you check review reward strategies and remuneration. So basically, if there is any change in the remuneration, like sometimes people get some promotion when they move to another profile, or there is some shift allowance, or there is some other perks or benefits for some roles. So those are shared, those are reviewed. And then their performance is appraised, their performance is reviewed. And ultimately, if the skills are received, then give me a second. If the skills are matching, if the skills are, what happened? My screen just froze. Give me a second. Yeah. Then you hire that particular person. Okay. And the final question is skills received? Yes, no, yes. So can you see the arrow? Can you see the upward and downward arrow? So by the way, I've come to the rightmost corner of the screen where we see skills received. So whenever there is a skills received, then only the further process of appraisal, performance, allotting the assigning the work will happen. Okay, so this was the first diamond section that I have covered from left till the right most corner. Now moving on to the first line, or first parallel line, where it says recruit new person. Yes. Okay. So what is the next box says? Can someone read it? After the recruit new person, yes.
Consider job analysis
Job description.
Consider job analysis and job description. Yes. So if you want to hire someone from outside, please check what is the job description and what is the job is asking. Okay, fine. Then what is the next? What is the next person? Next question.
Employee staff.
Employee staff. Okay. So if we say employee staff, no, then again there is one more additional. That means you are not going for IJP. Then the question is engage contractor or go for a temporary work. That means when we are not going for internal employees, that means we are hiring from outside. In that scenario, we can either go for third-party vendors. That means the companies, like for example, companies like Tata, Infosys, Accenture, their employees also work in other organizations. Or in India, it's like Wipro or other smaller organizer or smaller vendors also. But these are the big names you might have heard. So I'm sharing. So basically, you will find a Tata or TCS employee working in Accenture. You will find an Accenture employee working in some other organization as a third party resource, in any Indian bank or in a SBI or other banks. So this basically happens on project basis. So we are saying engage contractor or a temporary resources. If we say yes, then again that arrow goes to the left and goes to induction process and goes to the entire cycle of what are the goals, what are the understanding. And by the way, the first part we discuss is about a new hire. Basically, they should actually have mentioned it here as a new hire, so that will be a clear. You're not hiring somebody from organization. Okay. Now here, if you say employee staff, and can you see the yes in the green circle, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you see the yes in green circle, everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when we say that we want to hire an internal staff or internal employee, so there are certain parts to it. Basically, first is advertise vacancy internally and external and or externally. So when I say there is IJP, internal job posting, that means the job requirement which is there for a particular employee, that is being highlighted in internal job portals, or there are certain emails sent to respective audience, like people with similar skill set or some seniors in the team who might have such kind of resources. So that happens. So basically you're kind of advertising, or you're kind of sharing the JD, that is job description, or the available vacancy. Next is conduct selection process. Yeah. So actually, earlier I mentioned about this process, but it was for the outside employee, outside candidate, and this internal candidates also. As per the job description, there is selection process. That means proper interview happens. So the candidate is interviewed, and then select and appoint employee. So once you select an employee, internal employee, or even you go for a temporary employee, or even you hire from outside, they all will go to induction process. Have you seen this induction process? The blue
Yes.
rectangle. Yeah. So this is applicable for all. Okay. So once the goals are set, and then the next point is obviously after the induction, they make HR or your team will make you aware of your goals and performances. And the next is undertake training and training need analysis. So basically, if somebody is being cross skilled, like imagine if you are for example skilled in Java and you need to work on .NET or some other technology, something like that. So there will be some training required, and that will be taken care of. And then first of all, it will be analyzed that do you require training or you're good to get started. Okay, some people are hands-on. That means they are they have been developing and working in development for a long time on that particular technology. So those people might not require any training. They can join and start working on their profile, on their job or description, or their whatever project they are allotted in. But for some people, especially for freshers, this kind of happen. Though they are they've learned, but they are freshly out of any academic, setup, colleges, universities. So they are most of the times properly, again, in detail trained. And then, yes, if the training is required, we say yes, then plan and conduct individual or group for a training. So basically, trainings do not happen for one person, even company wide. There is a group that is kind of identified with similar skill set for particular projects, and they are trained. If somebody has to be trained individually, then that is a more of a lookup or lookout for their own individual teams. Okay, their team seniors can, ask them to have the training and come up with any questions if they have. The next is evaluate training outcome. So yes, by the way, in organizations, all the trainings are not free. Even after the training, you will have some evaluation questionnaire or some test or just any small projects to check that, okay, what is your understanding? Have you learned something new in this? And then again, the question will be asked, have they acquired the skill? So by the way, this entire flow diagram or this entire diagram is only for one aspect of HRMS, that is hiring. And that hiring is both the ways, IJP or outside. So same way, all of you had shared multiple points like payroll, learning and management, or appraisal. This is only hiring, right? There is no much detail about appraisal, attendance, okay, or any, I would say, internal policies, governance. So all that is pretty much in detail. Even this is also, to be very honest, on a very higher level. There can be in detailed explanation. But thank you, Gaurav, for sharing this. This will at least give a better idea, everyone, at least visually, to how many things happen and how HR's involvement is important. Even in this, for external employees, only the salary and negotiation part is mentioned. Even in IJP, sometimes it is revised, so that element is not mentioned here, but it is there, prevalent. And again, there are sometimes a number of interviews happening. It's not only one round. I personally have gone through multiple rounds of interview in bigger organizations, starting with the screening with HR, then all level of your managers going towards the senior directors and stuff like that. So all this happens. This is not mentioned here. It's kind of clubbed into interview process. But in real life, there are so many layers to it. Okay, so this is just an add-on domain understanding for you. Though it looks very simple and easy, we all have seen them doing it. Generally, HR works is kind of taken a little lightly, stating, oh, they just make rangoli on Diwali, or they just keep, inviting you for events. But even, by the way, event management also comes under them. And that is also one task. In bigger organizations, there's monthly, there is some celebration or some cause, awareness spread campaign. So there are cleanup drives happening. So this actually all happens in my organizations, and I see that there are constant mails flooding from them. Some or the other positive activity or help the underprivileged. You can donate, you can give away, you can contribute to their education. So there are n number of activities. In short, depending on organization to organization, what all activities the HR performs. Yes, Gaurav, thank you so much for sharing this. And I think we are towards the end. So I'll just hand it over to you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Prerna. Next time when we will meet, so we have two things. So next Thursday, it's not on the 5th and 6th, not even on Thursday. Next Sunday, we are going to learn about the remaining domains, like we started with HRMS, because as a business analyst, you should have the basic domain knowledge. We will be also looking at insurance, finance, or healthcare, or banking, or payments. So these domains we will touch base. Along with that, what comes next is quite very important announcement for you, that we will be heading towards next week, towards the end of the BHR Scrum um, current batch, with some assignments. So yeah, remind me what 3 items are going on. We will have a game where tool-based learning will happen. where you will have a right-hand experience after the domain knowledge is imparted. You will have experience of the right there of the Kanban board over Trello. So on which date? On 12th of May, I would recommend you to create your Trello account, free account. Is it clear what I said just now?
Free
Hello?
Trello. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, you need to create free Trello account by what date? 12th May. If
12th.
you will create before that, it may expire. Okay,
Okay.
got it, guys? So
Is it
around 12th May on Sunday, you are going to create your free Trello account that we will be using as a team on 13th May. Got it? Yes,
Got it.
no?
okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyone who has not got what just now I said? Okay, I'll take this silence as yes, everyone has got. Now, this happened with the Trello. Now I want you to think on this way. Okay, that is going to happen on the next week after 12th. That will be 12, 13. That will be towards 19th. Okay, that will be happening towards 19th, and that is you will be creating your most important presentation. Okay, and that presentation I would prefer you to create. What is my recommendation? My recommendation is that that presentation has to happen with the live traffic. With what, everyone?
Live
Right,
traffic.
And that live traffic can be visible into Google Maps. Okay, that is recommendation, not mandate. Okay, if I am telling you that you need to create some presentation or prepare some presentation where the most admired city by you, if you are taking me into the live traffic, you can navigate me through as a guide that this is the best place to visit and this is the best places to be there. It could be any city in the world. Okay, either you if there is a night, there won't be the live traffic will be visible, so you can choose the substitute or different option. Okay, whether you want to choose the live traffic or you want to self create some video with your voiceover or something like that. The whole idea is that the presentation you will be giving as a guide, as a tour guide. Okay, so that it will appeal me and Prerna and other stakeholders, that is your listener in the audience, to look to visit that city. Okay, and you will be not getting more than 2 minutes. What is the time box for this?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. So prepare well in advance, so that, and the whole idea is that we should be able to hear you, listen you, engage with you. We should not feel bored at all. Okay, so this is your responsibility, how you are going to hook us in your presentation for next 2 minutes, so that it will appeal to all of us to visit to that city. Is it clear? That is going to happen around on 19th May. Getting it, guys?
Yeah.
Any question around it? Because generally what I have seen, that people come back with the question later on the same date. So that day I am not going to help. So this is going to be the most of important learning on 19th May as a business analyst towards the business communication, towards how you are presenting any idea and make it more sellable towards the client, so that client will give you the new requirement related to that. And those traits will be visible when you will be presenting your this city tour using Google Map. Either you use Google Map or you don't use Google Map. The whole idea is that we all should be hooked with your 2 minutes presentation to make a city tour. Is it clear, everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gaurav, I have a question.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, so for this project, basically we have to pick a city, be the tour guide. Do we have to just explain like which routes to take, or to take public transportation, or book
It's
your
up
own
to you
car.
whatever you want to explain. The whole idea is that when I'm sitting, I should not going away from the screen.
Okay.
Okay. So I should be completely means. In fact, I should be asking more question. I should be more interested in become more interested in you. The whole idea is that your intention should not make me to more interested, but make me more engaged. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other question, Kainat or anyone else apart from
Yeah,
this?
hi Gaurav. Here, I
Yeah.
just started today. So is this project for me
No,
too?
no, this is not for you, Smita. So those who have recently in last 15 days started, you can choose to opt out. Because I have seen that people they find it interesting and they still become the participant, and sometimes they say that okay, they don't want to. So this is mandatory for those who have enrolled before 15 days. You have gone through the business analysis work, the learning of business analysis. This is mandatory for them. Few of you might have been repeating. This is not for the repeaters. You to choose can opt out, but if you want to do better, you can definitely join back. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So this we are going to do. Plus, those people who joined before 15, we have to be faster on 19th May, because on 19th May we will be concluding what the batch, and also we will be giving you what we will be giving you new project, kind of a live experience you will have. Few of you are working, few of you have worked, and is now the time for them to give us their resume for review. Okay, so you will be getting that project on 19th. Then after that, after 19th, there will be no session. We will be directly meeting on 9th June. So 19th June, we are meeting last with the next new ongoing batch. New batch will start around 9th June. Is it clear? So, Smita, if you have joined today, you can choose two way. Either you can go through the recording, past recording. That's number one. Number two, if you want to go with in the flow, still you can choose to be the part of on 12th, 13th, 19th, 20th. And then 9th June, we are starting fresh. So you can, of course, join in there as well. So these are the options, and you can continue in the flow. So this is how I'm just recommending. Now you can choose accordingly as well. Is it clear? We have gone 9 minutes extra, guys.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So any other question? If not, I have laid out the plan how we are going to do. And yeah, it's time for attendance now. Go back to WhatsApp group and just write down your one-liner. How do you feel today after today's session? What do you feel like saying? That's it. And I'll be taking one by one attendance of all of yours. Thank you so much for showing up. We'll talk to you again soon, guys. Enjoy your rest of weekend. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Good night. Thank you,
Good
everyone.
night, guys.
you.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Take care. Bye
Yeah,
bye.
bye.